In this tutorial, you are going to learn how you can create high quality production ready couch that you can use in your Archviz projects or in any way that you want. So after close simulation have been included in Blender, modeling a couch or anything related to that has been changed significantly. A lot of things has been easier. Even after that, close brushes have also been included, and by that you can create a lot of wrinkles in your fabric, or you can create a lot of interesting things that's specific to your needs. But sometimes these two things that I have explained, they may not be efficient depending on the model or the object that you are modeling or going for. So you may need an extra way or an extra approach to solve a couch. So in this specific tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can use also another methods or another approach that you can use to model the sofa or the couch or the chair that you want to model. So if you want a tutorial that's only based on closed simulation and closed brushes, you can find the link in the top right corner row. You can go and watch that tutorial. So let's get into the tutorial then. So when we start the tutorial, you're going to need a reference file or reference. You can go to Google Image, or sometimes you may even have the working drawings of the couch that you're going to model. But in this case, I have included a working drawing of my own. You can find it in the link in the description below. This is the file that you're going to find. This, as you can see, this is the top view, the left view, and the front view. You need at least three kinds of views in order to do your couch perfectly, but sometimes even two views might give you a good result. So what you need to do is just press A and then X and then delete everything. To delete everything, just go to add and then go to image and then press reference. So after that, what you need to do is just go to the file that you have downloaded and then select it. So when you do that, this will be imported, but as you can see, it's imported according to the view that you have before. So to give it a normal angle, press N in your keyboard to slide this out. As you can see, we have a rotation of the rotation information of this. So if you just press 0 in every axis, now you can see the original position of this one. So to see clearly, in your case you may not see the image of this one. What you need to do is just click this one and change the material to texture so that you can see clearly. But you may see it, so that won't be a problem. So after that, click this one, this image icon right here. If you enable opacity, and if you decrease and increase it, as you can see, you can increase and decrease the opacity. This will help you when you are doing your model, so that you can see clearly, this won't obstruct your view. So you may use that. So let's arrange the image. So we need, since we have three views, we need three images of this one. So just press Shift D again and then press Shift D again. So I'm going to press RY, the 90. For now, I'm sorry, I'm just going to deactivate this opacity so that I can see clearly. Press Shift D again, Shift D, press X 90, and then press RY 90. You can see now we need three axes. So our first thing need to be the top view. So just this is the top view, right? So I'm just going to select this one. I'm just go to this, activate this show release. This is not going to do anything, so just press GY and I'm going to move it. I think you can see it clearly, right? I'm just going to move it right around here. What I need is this one, so press GZ, and I'm going to move it right here. As you can see, I have the top view and the side view. And the next, what I need is the front view. So I'm just going to select this one, press RZ. I just press R and then 90. Press R 180 again. I want it to rotate this direction. Press GZ, move it right around here. So after that, press GX, move it right around here. Yeah. So after that, you need to match it. As you can see, this one is moved a little bit in the Y direction. So press GY and then just align it so that it will match. So as you can see, we have every axis, the top view, the front view, and the left view. So this is the base thing that we are going to use to model this one. After we have placed our reference files correctly, the next thing that we need to do is we need to adjust the scale of this reference file. As you can see, this is 90. We need to make sure that this is also 90 in the Blender world. So what we need to do is just go to add mesh and then a cube. The cube will be added. So make the dimension of the cube 0.9 in x and y axis. So after that, just press G and move it right around here. As you can see, the width of this one is 90. So just select everything, all of the three images, press S to scale it until it matches the size of this cube. Just press S, and then again S, just scale it just a little bit. So as you can see, this is kind of accurate. Since we are going to use this one for a rendering, 100% accuracy might not be needed. So if you need 100% accuracy for your case, you might need to model this one in 100% accuracy. So just press, make sure to keep that in mind. So after that, what we need to do is we need to model the base or the support system of the couch. So just go to the left view, I'm just going to press SX to scale it in the x-axis, press GX, activate this X-ray mode so that you can see the image behind the object. So that's the function of this X-ray mode, or as the word can explain itself, it's an X-ray. So press GX somewhere around you, press SX to scale it in the X so that it matches the size of this. So I think this right around you will be good. So after that, just go to the edit mode by pressing tab, go to edge selection mode and select the top edge by box select, but make sure that your X-ray mode is activated. Press GZ, just place it right around you, and also again move it right around here. So after that, just press Ctrl R to add another edge loop, then move the edge loop right around here. So after that, select this one by box select, press E to extrude and place it right around here. Now we have our base shape, but the dimension of from the top side is not correct. So what we need to do is select this one. Before that, just select this one, press GY. I'm going to move it right around here. Yep. So after that, if you go to the front view, the support system will extend up to here in the base. So what we need to do is, as you can see, just go to face selection mode, select this face, press shift click, deactivate this X-ray mode for a moment. This base is selected, so after that press E to extrude it and place it right around here. Right around here will be good. So now we have our base material. We also need another the side support. So what we need to do is select this one, select the three ones, press go to this view, press E to extrude it. So after that, what you need to do is select this face and press E to extrude and place it right around here. So after that, just press Ctrl R in your keyboard to add another edge loop and place it right around here. And then go to face selection mode and select this one. And I think this goes right around here. So next we need to model the legs, this one, the support. So what we need to do is just select this one, just go to edit mode, select this face, press shift D and then P and then selection. What this will use, it will make the selected object or the duplicated object a different material. As you can see, it's a different material. So press go to edit mode by pressing tab, select this one and go to press E to extrude, and after that press GZ, move it right around here and go to edit mode again, press GZ until it matches the size of so activate this show release and select the top face and then go to the side view again, press GZ. I think right around here will be good. So after that, just select let's make sure that you're in edge selection mode, press GX, then again select by box select and press GX Then I'm going to move it right around here. So after that, what I need to do is we need to adjust the length. Just deactivate the show overlays and the extreme mode so that you can see clearly. As you can see, the width is not correct, so just go to the edit mode by pressing tab, activate extreme mode, and select this edge by box select, press GY and move it right around here. Select this one and move it right around here. So I think the scale of the shape of this one is correct. So what I need to do is just select this one, but select it correctly. Just deactivate this extreme mode, press uh, Alt D. I'm going to use Alt D for duplication this time, as you can see. So after that, select this both of this face objects, press Alt DY, press Alt DY, and just place them wherever the leg is. So I have finished placing the legs, as you can see. So if I just select one of the legs, if I just select this one and go to the edit mode, and then let me select one of the faces and press G. As you can see, every material that's duplicated from this object will act as one object. So that's the function of Alt D. Whenever you make a manipulation in the edit mode on one of the objects, all the manipulation will be made in all of the objects that's duplicated from that one specific object. So that's the function of using Alt D to duplicate an object. So the next thing that we need to do is we need to model the seating and the cushion. So what we need to do is just select this one, go to the edit mode, select one of the faces, press Shift D, and then P, and then selection. What this will do is it's going to make the duplicated object a different one. So if you just get out of the edit mode by pressing tab, or you can just go right here, edit mode, object mode, and this one is a different object. Press tab again to get inside the edit mode again. Go to edge selection mode, select one of the edges, but you cannot see clearly, so just activate this show x-ray mode, press GY. I'm going to move it right here. I think right here is good, and I'm just going to select also this 8, press GY, and I'm going to move it right around here. So after that, go to face selection mode. I'm just going to select this face, go to the front view, press E to extrude. I think right around here is good. So after that, if I deactivate this x-ray mode so that I can see clearly, press tab in your keyboard to get out of the edit mode, and then press Shift D and then Y. I'm going to move it in the Y direction. Right around here will be good. I think press GY. Yep. So after that, just get inside the edit mode by pressing tab and select this face. Then press GX until it matches the drawing. So after that, I think this one and this one, they are not overlapping. Yeah, they are overlapping. So select this one, press GY, and move it just right about here. So after that, just select this one again, press go to the edit mode by pressing tab, press this face, and select this face, press GX, and place it right around here. So after that, just press Shift D and then Y, press GY, and then again after that, press Shift D and then Y. So after that, just go to the edit mode by pressing tab, activate this X-ray mode, go to edge selection mode and select by box select this edge, press GY. I'm going to move it right around here. I'm just going to select this one again, press GY, and then again I'm just going to select by box select this one, press GY, GX. I think right around here is good. So now we have the base shape of our couch, right? So the next thing is let's model the cushions. So what we need to do is just, for this case, just I'm going to go to the object mode again, select this object, press H to hide it so that I can see clearly. So press shift right click right here to add the cursor right around it. So just go to add mesh and then cube, press S to scale the cube, press SX to scale it in the X axis, press SY to scale it in the Y, the Z. I think right around here will be good, right? I think right around here will be good. So this is the dimension of my cushion. So press GY again, go to the item mode by pressing tab, go to face X-ray mode, box select right here, press GY just until it matches the size of this drawing, press GY. So after that, what I need to do is just get out of the edit mode, right? Then press Shift D and then Y. I'm just going to duplicate it. I think there are 3 of these cushions. Press Shift DY. So as you can see, if I press Alt H, the base shape of this couch is finished. So the next thing that we need to do is you need to UV unwrap it so that it will be easy for texturing. So in order to UV unwrap it, just select this one of the edges, just go to the edit mode right here, or you can just use tab in your keyboard. So as you can see, this one is selected, just click anywhere else to deactivate the selection. So just make sure that you're in edge selection mode, just go to select and then select sharp edges. Every sharp edge of this object will be selected. So after that, just right click and then mark seam. If you don't see this option or this mark seam, just make sure that you are in edge selection mode. So after that, what I need to do is just press A and then U and unwrap. So this is automatically unwrapped for you. So what this just if you go to this UV editor, this is the UV map of this one. But as you can see, this is not correct. At least this one has to be proportional with the shape of this one. So the reason for that is if you go to the object mode again, as you can see, the scale of this object is not correct. So if I press Ctrl A and then scale, as you can see, the scale is applied. So if I just go to the edit mode again, press A and then U and unwrap, as you can see now everything is correct. And now this one is proportional. This one will represent one of the top face, this one the bottom, and the front one, and this one the longer one. So this is the way that you can see if your face, your object is properly UV unwrapped. You just have to see everything and make sure that this one is proportional to the faces of this mesh. So as you can see, this one is properly UV unwrapped. So make sure that you do this process for everything right around here. So after I finished UV unwrapping this couch, the next thing that we need to do is we need to make the couch more believable. As you can see, this is just a block model. It doesn't look anything realistic as the couch that we have seen in the introduction. So to do that, we're going to use 2 methods. The first one is a different approach that I've talked in the introduction, which will be applied on the settings that you can see right here. The second one is a close simulation that will be applied on the cushions. Since cushions have a lot of wrinkles and a lot of movements, it's kind of difficult to do them manually or to do them in a different method. So it's better that you do cushions by using the the native cloud simulation in Blender. So we're going to use those 2 methods. So to start with the first one, just press H to hide it. Just select this one and press H. And then if you just click this one and then go to modifier properties, add a subdivision modifier, subdivision surface, and change this one to the level of viewport to 2. If you go to the edit mode, you can see this thing. And then again, select this one, do the same process for all of this one. So I'm just going to select this one, select again this one, press Ctrl R, and then modifiers, copy modifiers. That what this will do is going to copy the modifier from this one and apply it to all of the selected objects. And again, I forget this one, so press Ctrl R and copy modifier. So that everything is applied. So just click this one, go to the edit mode, press Ctrl L to add another edge loop. I'm just going to place edge loop right around here. Press Ctrl Alt R and then click, and then place it right around here. Just make sure that this two ones kind of equal. You don't have to be that much accurate. So press, just move it right around here. And then again, I'm going to place another edge loop right here. Press Ctrl R. Right around here will be good. So after that, just press Ctrl R and scroll your middle mode upward to add more edge loops. I think right around here will be good. Click it and hit skip. And then again, click and then skip. And I'm just going to do this one for this one also. Click escape. So now we have our subdivision up, I mean our edge loops applied evenly over all of the faces. So as you can see, we have this edge that's visible right here. So just to disable that, just right click and shade smooth. Now this one is smoother. So I'm just going to make this process for all of this three. Make sure you do that. So as you can see, I have finished placing those edge loops in all of my 4 settings. So the next thing that we need to do is, as you can see, the edge of this setting, it's a little bit more sharp. So we need to make the edge a little bit more smooth. So to do that, just select everything by shift select and go to the edit mode once, just to do them easily. So select this one, select control click the last one, go to the top view, and then press G. As you can see, when you do that, the curve is becoming more smoother than it was before. So I'm just going to do this process again for this edge also. Since this one is visible, it's not going to be that much sharp. I think right around here will be good. And then after that, I'm just going to select this edge, control click this edge, press G, and I'm going to place it right around here. I think right will be good. So after that, I'm just going to select this one, control click the last one, then again shift click this one, control click the last one, shift click this one, control click the last one. Since these edges are on one line, I'm going to make them, I'm going to change the curve at once. I think right around will be good. As you can see, the curve is a lot smoother than the previous one. And then again, I'm just going to select this one. Okay, I think by accidentally I have get out of the edit mode, so I'm just going to inside the edit mode again, control click this one, and I'm going to press G, and I'm just going to move it right around here. I think this one is looking better, and I'm just going to click this one, control click the last one. So the next thing that I'm going to do is get out of the edit mode, select this one, go to the top view. I'm just going to select this one and control click the last edge, shift click, and then control click the last one and shift click and then control click the last one. So what we're going to do is to go to this face, and I'm just going to select this one also, the last, I'm going to select 4 edges. So what I'm going to do is, if I press GZ, as you can see, this one is moving, but I want the movement of this one to affect the overall shape of the curve. I want the seating to be a little bit more curved like this one, like this. So what I need to do is I'm going to activate proportional editing, and I'm just going to change the effect to smooth. So if I press GZ, as you can see, it's affecting more than the selected edge. So if I scroll my middle was upward and downward, as you can see, the influence area is increasing or decreasing. So I'm just going to make the influence area somewhere around here. I think right here will be good. I don't want the influence to be that much, so, but I'm just going to select a lot another edge so that the influence will be more effective. So I'm just going to select like this, press GZ, as you can see. Yeah, I don't want to overdo it. I just want this one to be a little bit upward, so I'm just going to do it like this. As you can see, it's a little bit more inflated than the previous one. Then I'm just going to select again from the front part, control click, shift click, and then control click again, go to this one, press GX. As you can see, I'm just going to move it just a little bit, I'm not going to overdo it. So as you can see, this one is done. And also I'm just going to do it for this part since it's visible. Click and then control click this one, shift click and then control click this one, go to this face, press GY. I think right around here will be good. So after this, what we need to do is just make sure that you have duplicated this effect on all of these three faces. I'm just going to do that. So as you can see, I have done that for all of my four settings. So the next thing that we need to do is we need to place some kind of wrinkles in this setting. So to do that, what we need to do is we're going to use custom brushes. You can find those custom brushes in the link in the description below. So just go to Sculpting and go to the first one. When you do that, you can see this properties of this brush right here. The radius 50 and the strength 0.5 or something. So what you need to do is we are going to use this texture. So press new and then go to this, click this one and press open, and then go to the file that you have downloaded. You are going to find this two texture. So I'm just going to click this one, press open image. So after that, go to the properties of the brush right here, and I'm going to change the mapping to area plane. Make sure that this one is area plane. In your case, this is probably tiled, so make sure this one is area plane, and change the stroke method to anchored. Probably this one is space, so just make this one to anchor. So after you do that, if I just change the strings to 1 to show you the effect that we are going to get, uh, as you can see where the brush is doing its thing. So if I rotate it, as you can see, if I rotate it, it's going to rotate. Just see the movement of my mouth. If I move the cursor to the right, it's going to get bigger. If I move the cursor to the left, it's going to get slower. And if I just move it to the right and to the left, as you can see, it's going to be bigger or smaller. So by this method, you can just place in a way that you want it to be placed. But in this case, it's kind of bigger, right? As you can see, it's bigger. We don't want that. So just make sure that you have applied the subdivision surface first. Go to this one again, change the strings to 0.2. I found that to be the perfect strings for this brush. And then I'm just going to apply it, I'm not going to overdo it. I'm just going to apply it somewhere around here and then right around here. As you can see, we're going to place these brushes ourselves. We might need another brush also, so just click this new button right here. After you do that, just click this one, go to open, and just I'm going to open the second one right here, since this one has more wrinkles. So I'm just going to place this one right around here, see, to get those more wrinkles. So depending on the brush that you have, you can create the look that you are going for. You can create things like this. If you go to right here and change this one to the first one, you can change it right here and also right here. So by using this, just create the wrinkle that you're looking for. Place the wrinkles in a place that are more believable, Somewhere around here will be good, and then again, right around here will be good, and right around here will be good. So make sure that you don't overdo that. And I'm just going to place some around here, and then again around here. Just go to the object mode again, just right click and shade smooth, click it, shade smooth. Just make sure that everything is shade smooth, So this is the way that you can use to create different kind of wrinkles in your couch. So the next thing that we need to do is, if you go to this close filter, as you can see, you have this property right here. If you don't see that, just go to tools. You can see it clearly right here. So if there are different kinds of filter type, gravity, inflate, expand, pinch, scale. If I just test gravity, for example, as you can see, it's going to make this close fall to the ground. If I change this one to inflate and click it and move it to the right, as you can see, it's going to inflate it. And if I clicked it and move it to the left, it's going to it's going to shrink it. So that's the effect. Just click it to the right, it's going to inflate it. Click it to the left, it's going to shrink it. As you can see, it's going to shrink it. So we're going to use this one, but in this case, I'm going to use a facet. As you can see, this effect is applied on every of the 6 faces equally. So if I just go to facets and initialize facet by UV seams, as you can see, we have different kind of facets, as you can see, based on those 6 different faces. Since we have placed UV seams earlier, if I just go to the edit mode again, you can see this UV seams. So go to the sculpt mode again, I'm in sculpt mode. So this facets that are created based on those UV seams that we have placed earlier. So if I just activate this use facets and click one of the faces, and as you can see, the inflate is going to be applied on one of the faces. So what I'm going to do is just select this one, and I'm just going to give just a little bit of inflation, just a little bit, don't overdo it, just a little bit on every face. So if you, as I have said earlier, if you click it and move it to the right, it's going to inflate it. If you click it and move it to the left, it's going to shrink it or move it inside. So to inflate it, just I've clicked it and just move it to the right just a little bit. So repeat this process again for all of all of these 4 ones. So as you can see, I have finished placing those wrinkles. So just make sure that you have placed those wrinkles in a believable manner. Just don't overdo them. As you can see, whenever there's a connection between 2 faces, as you can see, we have more wrinkles right there. So as you can see, just place them in a correct manner. So after we have done that, the next thing that we need to do is we need to simulate these cushions. So to do that, just select this one, go to the edit mode by pressing tab, press Ctrl R, and scroll your middle mouse upward to add more edge loops. And I think right around here will be good. Hit skip to apply the edge loops. Right click, Ctrl R again. I'm just going to move it right around here. Yeah. Then again, I'm just going to press Ctrl R and place edge loop in the middle. So as you can see, you have those square faces that are placed around this mesh evenly. So after that, what we need to do is just apply a subdivision surface. So when you do that, the shape is kind of affected. I'm just going to give it a level of viewport 2, but I don't want the shape to be affected, so I'm just going to change this one to simple. So after that, what I need to do is I'm just going to delete this one. I'm not going to need them since I'm just going to duplicate this one later. So just select this one, go to cloud simulation, go to close since this one is going to be made as a close. So after that, what we need to do is just pressure. Where's pressure right here? I'm just going to give it as 5. And for now, let me disable gravity so that this won't fall to the ground. So if I just hit play, as you can see, the close is simulating, right? This is what we're looking for. But this is not interacting with this one or the base system. So to do that, just select this base system, select collision, change the thickness outer to 0.001, so that the distance between the cushion and this one would be as close as possible. So give this one also the same properties, collision, change the thickness outer to 0.001, and this one is also select this one, give this a gravity of 1 as it was before, and go to the first frame and hit play, and let's see what's going to happen. As you can see, this one is falling to the ground, right? The reason for that is this one has a lot of mass, so I'm just going to change this one to 0.01. 0.02 will be good. I'm just going to give it quality step of 10 to have more quality. And in the object collision, I'm just going to change the distance to 0.001, the smallest possible value, so that we have accurate collision between objects. And if I hit play again, because this is simulating, but there is some problem right around. The reason for that is this one is intersecting with the seating. So I'm just going to move it, press GZ and move it a little bit upward, so that it won't intersect. So if I hit play, now my cushion is animating, it's interacting with its environment correctly. I think frame 7, maybe frame 6. Frame 6 it's good. So right click and shade smooth. So I think frame 6 will be good. So what I'm going to do is just go to the first frame again and press Shift DY. Press GY. I'm just going to duplicate it. Since this has the property that I'm looking for, I'm just going to press it GY. Yep, and I'm just going to give two of this collision, and again give it a collision in thickness outer 2.01. So after that, what you need to do is select this one, disable the close, select this one, disable the close also, select this one and animate it or let it simulate until frame 6, since frame 6 was the value that we have selected before. So just go to frame 6, select this one, go to this modifier properties and apply the subdivision and then apply the close. Now this one is applied, and select this one again, go to cloth and let me give it a quality step of 5, and let me change the pressure to 4.8 so that we have a little bit of variations. So if I hit play, sorry, we need to activate this one. So duplicate the same process for this one after I've changed those values. So I hit play. So as you can see, I've finished making those cushions. Make sure you do that. So the next thing is we need to create the different variation of the cushions. So to do that, what we need to do is just go to the layout again, shift right click in the place that you want the cursor to be snapped. I want it to be right here. Just go to add a mesh and then a plane. Scale the plane right around will be good. Yeah, just scale just a little bit. After that, just press Ctrl A in the scale to apply the scale. As you can see, this is applied. And then press tab to go to the edit mode, right click and then subdivide. Just give it enough subdivision again and again until you have enough polygons or enough subdivisions. I think right around here will be good. So after that, just press E to extrude. Press GZ. I think right here will be good. So after that, press GZ. Press RR twice. Just click RR twice to rotate it in a way that you want it to rotate. So I'm just going to press RZ. Press G. Sorry, go to the side view. Press R. I think this is a little bit too big, so I'm just going to scale it just a little bit. So after you do, just make sure that you have applied the scale. Press GZ. So after we do this, just give it a collision, a cloth simulation. Just deactivate this collision, change this one to timeline, go to the first frame, and I'm just going to give this one to 0.01, and I'm just going to give it a pressure, just going to give it 5. I think I don't need to disable gravity. So I'm just going to give this one also a collision. I want the second cushion to collide with this one. So I'm just going to give this property also to all of them. So after that, what I need to do is if I hit play, this one is going to simulate. Yeah. So just make sure, but before that, as you can see, we have those gap. The reason for that is in the collision, make sure the distance is as minimum as possible. So just go to the first frame, hit play again, and this one is going to animate. Yeah. As you can see, it's kind of falling to the ground. So just make sure that you have applied it in just a place that suits you. I'm just going to give it, and just go to the first frame again. I'm just going to press R, and I'm just going to move it just a little bit upward, so that it won't have much distance to fall. I'm just going to hit play. I think this one is simulating really good. So after that, just go to the first frame again, press G, move it right around here so that it will interact with this one. Press RZ to move it in the Z direction, to rotate it in the Z diamond. Press GX. So if I hit play, yep, that's what I was looking for. So just go to the first frame again, press GZ, just move it, I think it's already interacting, so just, this one is good, press GX. So as you can see, this is simulating in the way that we want it to simulate. Yep, I think right around will be good. You can just go a few frames back. So by this method, make sure that you populate your scene with a lot of cushions. So I'm just going to do that. So as you can see, I've finished creating a lot of varieties of cushions. So what you need to do is just select this one, go to the modifier properties, and you need to apply this one. And then in the physics properties, make sure that you have disabled this collision and for everything. So that's what you need to do. Just make sure that you have applied the cloth. So one thing that I have forgotten when simulating the cushions is we have forgot to UV unwrap them. So we have done that process for the seating. So by using that method, you just give it a seam for the sharp edges, and then make sure that you have UV unwrapped so that you can texture it later more easily. So the next step is we are going to give this couch a texture. So to do that, just select this one and then change this one to shader editor and then press new. So for the materials to be applied on this mesh, you can find it in the description below. We're going to use a textures from ambientcg.com. There are a lot of free textures that you can use. So I'm going to use them. So just make sure that you have downloaded the textures. After that, just go to edit and then preferences, then activate node wrangler. Make sure that you have activated this add-on. It's built in Blender, so you don't have to download anything for this. After that, what you need to do is select this one, press Ctrl Shift T. When you do that, another window will pop out. So what you need to do is just select the material that you have downloaded in the material that you want to apply on this mesh. I'm just going to do that. So as you can see, when I do that, the material setup is done for me properly. So that's the function of this node wrangler add-on. It just makes your life a little bit more easier. Instead of doing this yourself, the add-on will do it for you. So as you can see, the color is placed in the color, the roughness in the roughness, and the normal in the normal on the normal. So that's the basic material setup. So to see the effects, just go to the render view. Just material preview is better. So as you can see, this is the material that's applied, but I think it's a little bit the scale is a little bit large. So to change the scale, what you need to do is just change the number. I'm just going to make this one 5. So as you can see, when I have made the number 5, the scale 5, I think it matches the scale. So I'm just go to the render view, and I'm just going to deactivate the scene world. This will help us later, probably. So the next thing that we need to do is select everything that has the same material as this one. So I think I'm just going to apply the same material for all of this one and select this one later, and then press Ctrl L and then press link materials. When you do that, the material will be applied on the rest of those. So I want the material to be darker just a little bit. What I will do is just press Shift A right here in the search bar, press type RGB and select RGB curves and place it in the middle of the color. And I'm just going to make this one a little bit more darker. As you can see, somewhere around here will be good. Yep, I want it to be this much darker. So by using this principle, just apply the same materials, the materials that you have downloaded for this one is the wood and the cushions. Just make sure you do that. So guys, as you can see, I've finished applying the materials on the cushions. And on the back of this support, I have placed the wood color. You can just place any kind of wood that you want. You can even make it a metal, something that suits you. So guys, I think we have finished everything that's to be done when it comes to this couch. I hope this was a really helpful tutorial or learning curve for you. So finally, what you need to do is just give it a little bit more context. I've placed it in some kind of living room, just gave it, some kind of lights that comes through the window, so that we have something that's interesting. So if you want a tutorial on how you can set up a light in interior scene using Blender EV, you can find the link in the top right corner. You can go there and you can watch a tutorial there. So this is all for today, and just see you in the next tutorial.